Welcome back to Blueprints. Today's gonna be really interesting because I might completely destroy this save that I have going. But I feel like something special might happen if I try to draft the foundation in the outside room. Not sure if that's the case, but I guess we'll find out. Day 47. Let's go and check. 2 keys. That must be from the clock tower. I feel like I drafted more than 2 tomorrow rooms, but maybe I didn't. Okay, can we draft the foundation? We can. It does not reset each day. Let's find out exactly what's here. Some dig spots. That. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way to activate it. My honest guess is probably not. Well, I guess we'll see if it's still here tomorrow. Oh my. It's floating leaves! Well, we'll see if that's still there tomorrow. It might be, might not be. Other than that, what we have to do is, depending on whether that does reset or not, is try to, draft all the schoolhouse and then get all of the classrooms, try to ace the final exam there. Draft the tomb. Try to visit the clock tower when it's 1:30. I realized that I completely forgot to do that last time. Let's see here. There are 2 false statements. This is the only true statement. The white box is empty. Okay. There are 2 false statements. If we take this to be true, then the other 2 have to be false, meaning that the gem is in the white box. If we take this to be false, that means that there is 1 false statement, and it needs to be this one. That means these 2 are true, and the white box would be empty. But then it's also saying that this is the only true statement. This can't be the only true statement because that would be saying that these 2 are false, and this one is saying that there are 2 false statements, so it would be true. So I feel like we need to take this to be true, take this to be a lie, and say that the gems are in the white box. And that they are. I don't know what I can accomplish today. Guess we'll find out. We can get more stars, that's for sure. $46. Well, there's a classroom. Interesting. The nursery. Sure. Let's go all the way back to the start and explore some more of these rooms. Solarium. Or the armory. I think I'll go for the armory. No axe. One thing I do need to do is build the powered hammer and see if I can find that little false wall in the candlelit stairway that we got a hint about in the train station. Abrupt music change. Double sail. I wonder if that does anything. The kitchen. I think it does. Want to go to the right if possible. Oh my, a sliver. Is it 9? Nope. Is it a third of 9? 3? Yes. So 3 minus 1 would be 2. Okay, a third of 10 plus 2 would be a third of 12, which would be 4. Key to the secret garden. Yeah, let's take the laboratory here. Although I wonder if I went here and looked at the back of the foundation if I could activate the outside foundation. I don't know. Another thing now that we have the self-igniting torch is that I want to try to draft the freezer so that I can melt all that stuff in there. Let's do this. Get some more stars, hopefully get to 50. How many stars am I at? 47. Dead end. Guest bedroom it is. Okay. I get 2 dice, so maybe this is the boudoir. But I'm going to wait to guess until I'm sure. I'll go courtyard for now. trophy room. Pointed the wrong way. I was watching a friend play yesterday, and he was able to discover a little piece of lore that I missed in the basement, so I might go down and try to find that and read it. What am I missing? Nothing. Let's set the security level to low and change the offline mode to unlocked. Secret passage may not be terrible. Kind of want to. Oh, I mean, reading nook is kind of hard, right? Because if I go for the reading nook, I'll get a library here and then a cool room here. Let's try it anyways. Come on, bookshop. Oh, there is a bookshop. All right. Books for sale. New room. Bishop in the bookshop. Things are on sale. Reddington Herald. A new clue sold out in hours. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marion Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 4 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. Her current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcements, stating, "The writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance." In addition, the publisher has revealed that all the proceeds from the first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a non-profit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in investigations of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Margle, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together elbow to elbow in the bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. Very interesting. Let's see what they have for sale. Here's the first edition of History of Orindia. A New Clue, The Curse of Blackbridge, Realm and Rune, Drafting Strategy Volume 4, Drafting Strategy Volume 5. Interesting. Well, I feel like I should come back here when I have more gold. But I do need to keep this room in mind, because there are some cool looking things. Ideally, want to go to the right. How do I feel about this? I think I'm going to redraw. I think I'll redraw again. Ooh, rough choices. I'll go for the chapel. I do want to get a vault. I know I did pass one, but I kind of want one in order to... lost my train of thought. I want to get gold in order to spend stuff at the bookshop. Let's go for a passageway, why not? Trophy room. I'm in desperate need of keys. Let me take a look at where I am here. Oh, I can't use the key to the secret garden here. I'll use a normal key. Great Hall, sure. Locked. Unfortunate. Guess I need to see if I can go either of these ways. Definitely worth it using Night Shield here and choosing archives. Locked? Locked? Locked. It's funny how the Night Shield doesn't, like, get removed from your inventory after you use it. Where's the Mount Holly gift shop? Sure. Just because it allows progress. Oh, and I can skip past the chapel. Very nice. Honestly, at this point, I'm just choosing the vault so I can get all those books that I want. Will it kill the run? Yes. Will it be worth it? No clue. Didn't know you could get back here. Interesting. The reason why I'm exploring this more thoroughly is because there should be another sanctum key in here. Not sure where, though. In the vault of a bank. I hope that these books, like, remain here after I purchase them. Let's go ahead and choose the two most expensive. The Real History of Orindia and A New Clue. Now, where are they? Oh, are they in the library? Where do I read them? Books purchased at the bookshop will be permanently added to the library and available to check out your next visit. I see. I see, I see, I see. No keys. Is there any way to get keys whatsoever? Doesn't look like it. So, calling it a day. We'll be at 48 stars, which should mean that tomorrow be able to find out what the 50-star constellation is. East-facing shopping center. Day 48. Let's see if I've completely ruined the save by drafting the foundation outside. It's looking like I might have. Interesting. I feel like if it is permanent, there's some way you've got to be able to interact with it after you've drafted it. New goal? Oh! What? I don't have it in here anymore. It's just in the outer room. That's so strange. So I've got to get a key card. See if I can go down and call the elevator and see what happens then. I wonder if that's just something that the developers didn't foresee people doing? Or if, like, there's any point to doing that. Coin purse? That's unfortunate that I picked up the allowance and then instantly got the coin purse, but it is what it is. I'm not a fan of the cloisters, so I'm gonna choose that as rare. It's fine. I suppose that's fine. Oh, I forgot to do the guest bedroom too. Wow, I'm just like not on top of it. Only one statement is false. Only one statement is true. The gems are in a box with false statements. Okay, well these two are at odds. If only one statement is false, then this is the false statement. This is true. The gems are in a box with a false statement, so it's went to this one. If this one's the true statement, there's only one true statement. Wait, I guess they could not be at odds with each other. No, they need to be. So if only one statement is true, then this is the true statement. These two are false. Meaning that the gems are in here either way. I think my logic was alright in that one. Yes. Early lab, you love to see it. I can get more letters in the mailroom. Let's do that. Hammer. Good. The boiler room. Or the library. I can try to read one of the books. I think I will choose the library here. I'll choose The History of Arindia, First Edition. No, I'll choose a new clue. I feel like that is more important. Wow, locked already. Observatory. 49 stars. Trophy room. Pointed the wrong way. But I mean, 8 gems is 8 gems, so take it. Hallway. Okay, 50 stars, here we come. The inkwell. You may spend stars to draw new floor plans. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. The office. The bane of my brain. Still don't know the puzzle for this room. There's the dormitory. I haven't been to the dormitory yet, but that would limit my options pretty severely. Let's spend a star to redraw floor plans. Garage. Yes, please. To the left. Oh, redraw. Commissary could be good. I'll wait to buy anything though. Oh my goodness. I am... Ooh, what are these rooms? Boiler room. I either need security or I need... Or sorry, I either need a key card or I need security and the breaker box. But I'm not sure if it'll even be active. feel like sometimes the game just actively tries to make your life difficult. I don't know why. I wonder how much gold I have saved up in this piggy bank. It's gotta be a lot. Hmm. Let me see if I can go down here. -1 coin. I can. What happens to the drafting studio now that I've drafted everything? Can't even access it. Interesting. So the near left and the far right are the bad rooms in the green hall. Oh no. Servants' quarters, sure. I could use a bunch of stars to, like, try to guarantee I get, foyer here. Not sure if that's worth it or not. You know what, let's do it. I don't even know if it's possible. I mean, surely if you draft the... I need to go down to 35 stars and then stop. Oh, there's the freezer. No, wait. Shoot. I needed to buy the torch beforehand. I won't be able to buy it afterwards. Oh, that's unfortunate. The foyer. Let's go ahead and buy this. Okay, here's the major. I've drafted him quite late. I'm seeing nothing different. Could be that I'm simply barking up the wrong tree. Two keys. I'm gonna save my last key to enter the library with. Probably a higher chance of getting the freezer. Do I need to go this way? Yes, I need to go all the way back. No key card for me either. Very unfortunate. Oh wait, I can open these. Come on, keys. Nope, just money. The freezer freezes your accounts. Coins and gems will not reset. Let's build the freezer, shall we? Upgrade disc. How many steps do I have? 14? Yeah, I'll be able to use that. Let's start with reading this. I also need a magnifying glass for this, huh? Thaw only in the event of my death. Simon, I had wished for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should prove quite the safe box, as all of the staff have for many years respected my wishes that it remained shut and untampered. My favorite snacks were also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it has also, for the last 20 years, stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. This nondescript cooler is in fact a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. Have you heard of the Children of Blackwater? I have no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that end. I have always denied involvement. To him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But can I honestly say that I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of disappearance and not death, for I too cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded, and have occasionally, from time to time, caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments on to you, even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the crown involved. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer, as I'm not too confident that the sanctity of my snacks will extend beyond my life. I've always found it best to use multiple baskets when it comes to indiscriminating eggs, a lesson that I recently learned again when a member of my staff betrayed my confidence. I have placed 8 red envelopes in 8 even more secure locations throughout the estate, and left a hidden message for you among the art that hangs in almost every room in this house. This message is the key to unlocking these secrets, but you must be open to your interpretation, as the message itself harbors multiple double meanings and hidden entendres. One final word of guidance. The safe combinations you are seeking will not be found in writing on the estate, so I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice numbers and dates. Only by deciphering the many meanings of the 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. To each their own letters, Herbert S. Sinclair. And a little guide telling you how you should read the notes. So I did figure this out in the demo. And this is the message. If we crack, if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. But still have only gotten into 2 safes. That being the safe in the shelter and the safe in the door. The network servers are finally out of cold storage, or at least as many as we could fit into the surrounding walls of the grotto off the East Drive. The last few days have been very busy, but I'm glad I was able to take a short break from gardening to help Randolph install the network. It was, after all, the least he could do, since it was I who suggested the final location. We decided that we were going to store the 2 unused servers here in Mount Holly's freezer. They should serve as readily accessible replacements should any of the primary consoles fail. Denny Revane. Admin key Revel D, or Reva D. Very nice. Is there anything else I can melt in here? Doesn't look like it. Let's go to the Black Bridge Grotto and activate this upgrade disc. And then if we have the steps left, go down to the basement and see what it looks like down there now. The cloister. Oh. Interesting. Raise your luck with each green room you draft from the cloister. Gain 2 stars for each room with an animal you draft. Gain 2 stars for each room with an animal you draft from this cloister. Find 8 dirt piles in each room with a fireplace you draft from this cloister. Interesting. Huh. Oh, and shows the different angels. Oh. Interesting. Ooh. So Rhina, Dauja, and Via. So this is the angel with the hoe, this is the angel with the pitchfork, and this is the angel with the feather duster. I know that the feather duster is already pointed upwards from the maid closet, or the maid quarters. So I'm going to go the cloister of Reyna. And, oh boy. Oh no. The reason why I'm saying oh no is that I don't know if I have enough steps to go back and change the rarity of the cloister now that I've made it more useful. I don't think I do. No, I definitely don't. Oh, that is unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. But I might still be able to draft it. Mad dash forward. Go, go, go. Alas. Well, I'm going to continue, but I'm going to take a short little break. A sizable hunting lodge. Alright, I'll be right back. It's It's funny, I could just go around deleting things from my house for a week. What happens if I delete the entrance hall? I'm really tempted. That would be so hilarious. But if I ever want to do this again, I know how to. I do want to see if I can get a key card and then get the lift to work. Both of these statements are true. The gems are in this box. The gems are not in the blue box. The gems are not in the black box. The gems are in a box with a false statement. Both statements on the blue box are true. If we assume that this is the box that's lying, that would mean that the gems are in a box that are not in a box with a false statement, and that both of the blue boxes statements are not true. Maybe saying that this is false, the gems are not in this box, and both of these statements aren't true, and then this would be the truth-telling statements. Let's give it a shot. Oh, there we go. I got another trophy. You have been awarded a logical trophy for winning 40 parlor games. I'd love to see it. That kind of shocked me when that rose out of the table there. I don't think there's anything for me in the gift shop anymore. Until I unlock other things. Coin. Wonder how many dartboard games I need to win. 7 more. Choose the gift shop here. Why not? Then I think I'll go back and explore this further down area. Really need the broken lever to handle. Clock tower, sure. How close it is it? How close is it to 1:30? I wonder. Also, let me go back to OBS so I can read chat. Okay. Ooh, lockpick kit. Very nice. Not very close to 1:30 at all. I'm gonna do this because I might get an item. I do. 2 items. Now we just need the broken lever, which I can dig for. Let me assemble the magnetic shovel detector. Coins. Would have preferred some keys, but we'll take some coins. A key. More coins. The more hallways, the better for me, since I have the clock tower. Morning room, sure. Lucky rabbit's foot, very nice. Commissary. Or do we want to do another hallway? More options. I think it will do another hallway. Hmm. We'll go for a boudoir. Key. I imagine that there are a lot of funny things you can do with this repellent. Like, what happens if you remove room 46? The show. Sure. What do you have? A moon pendant. That might be worth it. Again, still really want to get the broken lever. Casino. The greenhouse. Very nice. I could go for this solarium here. Let's do it. Another chance of finding the broken lever, I suppose. But alas. Where am I wanting to go? Left and then down. Dining room. I'm not opposed to that. Before I do anything more, I'm going to come back here. But I might go to the workshop. Ah, that's a lot of steps. You know what? I think it's worth it, to be honest. Oh, no, I still need the lever. Yeah. Never mind. Don't plan on drafting the furnace, so I'll just have this now. Although, can't remember if the silver spoon was one of the options to buy. Order placed. Oh, maybe I should have went to the shop first. Let me do that. I could try to min-max my money by building the purse and the lucky rabbit foot item together. As it stands, I think I'll just not do that for now. But I will get extra steps with the silver spoon. Goodbye, my money. I'll need to spend the rest of what I have. Where am I trying to go? I guess I should just go back to the gift shop and continue exploring from there for a little bit. No, there's the vault. Oh, there's the broken lever. Good. Just what I wanted to see. Now, before we draft anything else, I'll go on down. Oh, the key to the secret garden as well. Big. Craft the power hammer. So that I can try to find that false wall and the candle chamber. Still no keycard, though. So I need to craft this and this. And then this, and this. Down we go. Oh, I can't get down there from there. Whoops. We get to see what this looks like now. Oh. Oh no. Those are some very purple paintings right there. Okay. Now, how do we get to the candle chamber again? Oh, it's that way, isn't it? Is there any other way to get back there? I think I can take the elevator down? Yeah. Oops. Ooh. Don't want to do that again. Although what I might want to do again is go ahead and show off that little thing I missed back here. Let me do that real quick. So I never actually looked at this table. Here it shows the antechamber entry controls. And then there's this little slip of paper. 100 bells, Sandy Heights. Is that 5 p.m.? I suppose so. Maybe I did read that. I'm not sure. Yes. This should be it. Well, maybe this isn't what I'm looking for. Because the picture did look different from this. Hmm. Is there a particularly cracked pillar here? No, not really. You know what? Let's take a little boat ride, why don't we? Need to go all the way back around, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Thinking back to that clue book we found in the library, it is very interesting. Like, I really do need to give it some thought as to what I need to do with that information. Use the repellent on the train station. I do have a shovel for this beach now. Don't know if that will provide me with anything. It is interesting. Doesn't look like there's anywhere obvious to dig. Where could this be? Because it's obviously steps. Is it the antechamber? Like columns, steps. The only places I feel like this could be in the the clock tower or not the antechamber, but where you actually open the 426 room. But I just haven't seen steps like that anywhere, unless they're in the clock tower. I just need to be on the lookout for columns like that. Let me check the antechamber real quick. Well, not the antechamber, but you know. No, these columns are pretty different. Nothing's cracked. Oh, I do have the clock tower drafted, actually. Well, let's take a look there. I have a feeling that's not, like, where I'm supposed to look. But, I don't know. Can I use the sledgehammer to clear the rubble? No. You'd think somebody would notice this little, like, window out the side of the mountain and think it curious. Still need a keycard to go up there. The publisher of the clue was by the sundial, so maybe I'll go and look at the sundial pretty soon. So many things to do. I feel like unless the power hammer is used to destroy the sundial, I don't think I am particularly able to do anything with it. Oh wait, oh it's so close to 1:30. Wait, I mean, kind of close. Gotta go. It's 12:30 right now. So let's just wait an hour. That shouldn't be too bad. While I'm here, I might as well grab the microchip. Yeah, I can't interact with this at all. I have a greenhouse. I wonder if I can use the power hammer in the greenhouse. Probably am not able to, but might as well check. Oh wait, I already used it in the greenhouse on the brick wall, but I'm thinking like there's a wooden panel where a window got broken, and I'm wondering if you can use it on that. Probably not, but I have the steps. Okay, it's getting close to 1:30. Not quite there yet. Yeah, it's not this building either because it doesn't have the columns on the outside. Where have I seen steps like that? The tomb? Is that what it's talking about? This might be a little bit of a wait, but I kind of want to satisfy my curiosity, so waiting we will be. You can see the little gas fires lit over there. Interesting. The fountain is looking a little bit suspicious, but other than that, looking pretty fancy. Here we go. I don't see anything happening yet. Is this not the right time? Oh. Would you look at that? $1:30. Oh my goodness. Let's go down and check it out. A hidden path. Oh, and a bunch of clocks and memos. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to the time ending on the hour. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. This clock's neighbors should be set to a time containing a 7. Okay, so press M for the minute hand and H for the hour hand. So this is a red memo, so it's needing to contain at least 2 of the same numbers. Another red memo. This clock should not be set on the hour, ending in 00. So it should be set on the hour. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Guess I've got to increase the time on this clock then. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. This is a red memo, but it's handwritten, so it's true. Would you look at that? A sanctum key. Can't use the repellent in this room. Well, I guess I should have expected that. Oh no, how long was I muted for? Uh-oh. Well, finding the sanctum key was pretty cool. That's kind of awkward. I hope I wasn't muted for that entire segment where I was in the clock tower. I probably was, wasn't I? Well, I'll probably just re-narrate all that. To some extent, at least. Secret garden key. And that should have put a bunch of fruit in the conference room for me. Lots of nails. Well, I probably should have used the secret garden key going upwards, but oh well. Oh, we can see what this is like. Cloister of Rhina. Raise your luck with each green room you draft from this cloister. So Rhina has her hoe pointed downwards. I'll draft the pool here. Guest bedroom. The boudoir once again. So I want to go to the right. Not that it particularly matters. Why does this say 43? Interesting. Don't want to pick that up. The library again. I think I will actually choose that so that I can request another book, hopefully. I will try to look at the first edition of History of Orindia. No keycard. Oh, that's right. I wanted to do that in the Route 46. Let me take a look. Wasting a couple more steps. Oops. But that's alright. Cannot use repellent here. Cannot use repellent here. Just figured I'd check. Let me make sure. Yeah. Where do I want to go? I think as long as I don't take too many missteps, I should be able to make it to the green room and then back outside. Maybe. But I might be mistaken. I am certainly mistaken. Okay, there are no pillars in this room with the steps. I could win extra steps here, I think. Okay, I cannot use the hammer on this panel here. Good to know. Let's gamble! Big win! This is why you don't gamble. Won't be able to make it back out there quite. Unfortunately. So close yet so far. Well, let's have a quick day where we use the repellent actually on the outside room. And then we should be set up for trying to get, like, the tomb in the schoolhouse again. Day 51. You can move the foundation with this, though, which is kind of funny. Sure. The reason why I'm kind of making a mad dash upwards is to try to see if my theory about having a straight line up to rank 8, if that will grant you the room number 8. Which I feel like isn't an impossibility, but is very luck dependent. Oh, alright, well, I guess I'll use the passageway here because I don't really want to use the other two. No axe. Need to solve more dartboards, so I'll draft for this. 17. Third of 15 is 5. Third of 9 is 3. Minus the third of 3 is 1, so that would be 2. So that would be 3 plus 6, so 9. Squared. Give me a second. So third of 3 is 9. Third of 8 is 6. So it would be 9 squared, which is 81. Minus 21 would be 60, divided by 10 would be 6. Gotcha. It just was like, surely they would go up to 81. But they didn't. Oh, like what the heck? Let's go to the left side. More reading to do. And a treasure map. The History of Orindia. Ajera to a Raja by Kilb Manning. This book was graciously gifted by Simon P. Jones, Ruffington Red Publishing, 1979. Forward. Orindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands that it once encompassed. Many of the elder generation and hushed circles still referred to themselves as Orindians. Yet, we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. 1. Ajera. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Ajera, by the ascension of the first king of Orindia, whose name, Horus, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Horus was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Horus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Horus, and by the end of the first century, the black banners of Orindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry along every thoroughfare, from Horus all the way to the western banks. A new kingdom was born. Castle Orindia. Interesting. The Second Era. It was the fourth king of Orindia who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms, for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province, and the heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift and called his new realm Orindia Aries, after the angelic paragon of royalty, Orindia. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Aries, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not as developed, but a good more deal vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to the middle child, his only daughter, he gifted the southern region of Raja, the mystical realm of the ancestors, a land steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. The Third Era. As the Second Era drew to a close, the three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resource of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the Third Era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length of each breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of the Arch areas to the southern shores of Araja. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the three realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. A promise that would unfortunately, as my readers will soon find out, not be kept. So this is the symbol we unlocked in the sanctuary. The Fourth Era. As the kingdom of Arindia areas entered the Fourth Era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Deciles III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. He was a king who often was seen among the people, eating and drinking and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Deciles was renowned as the king of the people, and it was therefore no surprise when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. Interesting. So the kingdom or the castle used to be in Reddington. Ooh, I wonder if this is the castle. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station, and were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seed of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. Era of Ruin. After the passing of King Deciles III, the Fourth Era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age, and surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. On the very next day, October 6th, the self-proclaimed Prince of Leersen of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that King Deciles IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiment were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets stained in red. Pacification of Fen. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the North Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with the Prince Leersen to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Leersen himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Oris has fallen, and with it, the realm. The black flags that have flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen Fen. The few remaining members of the former royalty fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the three, Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Iraja, once again stand united as allies. So I guess Arch Ares is the mountainous region. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across this realm serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past, and as those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes for a common future. A future where we are not defined by the color of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us. A land which we call home. For this, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. This land is, after all that has happened, still Orindia. So really paints King Dasilies 3 in a better light. A good light, I would say. Very curious. Very curious. The Mount Holly gift shop. I don't want the ballroom. What happens if I shield the aquarium? I've never tried that, so I'm gonna do it. I don't particularly know what happened, but at least it's a shield. More letters. Oh, I meant to make a dowsing rod. Oh, I'll do that when I go back. Oh, treasure map. Nice. One of the lost coffers of Mount Holly. 25 coins and 3 gems. Guess I'll go ahead and ask for a new clue again. I'll definitely take the bookshop. Although I should figure out the last gallery too. I can buy the rest. Let's do it. Curse of Blackbridge, Realm and Rune, Drafting Strategies Volume 4, Drafting Strategies Volume 5. In which case, I'm actually going to change which book I'm getting here. Let's go ahead and ask for Curse of Blackbridge. That's a lot of steps. I wonder if you can draft the garage way out here. I don't think you can. This is closed up. Interesting. So if you want to get back there, you need to wait for the right time again. Metal detector. Alright.
This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order.
I don't know. Could be wrong. Now, I've got some bad news here. I accidentally muted my microphone for this entire clock section, which is really unfortunate because it was a really cool puzzle. The coupon book,
but
right?
for the next little bit, you're going to see me running around like a chicken with its head cut off, changing these clock faces to try to get the right time. And I won't be saying anything because I will be muted. But you can imagine me being confused and then realizing things. But yeah, I'll add a little timestamp to the end of the section and when I finally unmute my microphone.
Well, this is definitely the most steps I've ever had. How did I get 10 steps from entering there? 10 steps. I don't know. Let's take a look at these books up here real quick. More sanctum keys than red letters. I wonder if that's normal. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you dropping by. Sorry I haven't been a little bit more entertaining. It's really fun. I would definitely check it out if you have the time. Contraptions I've made. Wow. Still missing 3 of the stamps. One of them in the frozen area. The freezer, I should say. Highest grade, 5. Alright. Well, we still have a little bit we can do. We certainly have the steps for it, so. Three keys? I really want to draft a green room next to this cloister Rhina to see what happens. Hopefully I can get a green room. It's possible, but unlikely. Unlikely indeed. Guest bedroom it is. Well, I think I have a good idea what that was. The foyer, the perfect spot for it. Do I lose 134 steps in the weight room? I think I do. Three gem requirements. Ah, the rotunda, I see. Just a few more rooms to go. Another red room. Another letter to be delivered. Once again, didn't find the key card, which I find pretty funny. The furnace. I have a magnifying glass, so I'm actually going to draft the master bedroom. So I'm... Oh! There's the plushie. Oh my goodness. So I can read what this says, finally. P.S. They made me change the ending. Of course, as you predicted. Makes sense, makes sense. Go back to the observatory for my last room, only because there's a chance that I get a red room and can add a card to the mail room. And then a night it shall be called. Come on, Red Room. The gift shop. How many keys will we start with tomorrow? That's one tomorrow room. 2, 3. I think only 3, but you know, that is still respectable. So, let's call it a day. I think that'll be it for me for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.